Whether you're looking to buy or sell with a RE/MAX agent, they'll use their years of experience to help you plan for now and later. From when this...
Welcome to your new home, baby girl.
...turns into this.
Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger home.
And this...
Oh, I hate this place.
...turns into this.
I'm really gonna miss this place.
From tiny steps to your next big move. When you're ready to make a change, visit RE/MAX.com or download the RE/MAX app to find the right agent. The right agent can lead the way. Each office independently owned and operated.
This is a podcast from Rover.
Welcome to Socrates Walks Into a Bar. This is a crowd quandary. Now, Ray, what the heck is a crowd quandary?
For our listeners, if you've been having a philosophical conundrum in your own life and you want three morons to solve it for you, you send it in to us, and we give it a go.
Yes. I would say we solve it every single time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But others might not say that. If you want to send in your crowd quandary, then you can do so by going to iTunes, giving us a 5-star review, and then putting a question in the comments section. We are not going to be reading out 2-star reviews anymore, aren't we, Ray?
No, we are not going to be reading out 2-star review questions because you've just reviewed your own question as 2 stars, so it's not worth our time.
Yeah, and you can see how that's a quandary for us. Anyway, here is our crowd quandary for this week.
This one is from Leon, and he's from Sydney. So bear that in mind. I don't know how important that's going to be, but Leon from Sydney says, my son will be almost 3 this Christmas. Should I tell my son Santa Claus exists?
3 this Christmas. So I'm going to say absolutely. We need to respect the innocence and magical time that it is to be a child.
Yes.
But after that, no. If he's coming up for a 4th birthday, cut it off. And then actually that's, quite a powerful position to hold over them if they're acting up and they really don't toe the line and they just get out of hand.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, Chris? Santa's not real. So are you going to go to bed now?
Either way, you're crying.
Yeah.
So
may as well use it for something as leverage.
That's a great parenting tip.
Yeah.
You're going to be a great dad.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's great.
Purely out of self-interest,
yes.
I'd say keep telling him that Santa Claus exists, because I've come from a big family, and so there's always been sort of a kid after me that's believed in Santa.
Yes.
And so having that around is great.
Yes.
So that's extra presents for me. So I'll see you at Christmas, Leon.
Sorry if you're watching this, Leon.
But to take it seriously, I mean, I guess this is like an ethical issue about lying, and also, but what's also complicates it is it's lying to a kid. So kids aren't. So Immanuel Kant, for example, he thought that lying was always wrong. And in part it's because you're lying to another adult, an autonomous human who needs to be making decisions for themselves, so they need to have all the information and stuff. I think that was part of his reasoning. But children aren't fully developed; they're not fully autonomous. So I guess does it make it more okay to lie to them because they can't make decisions for themselves? We've got to look out for them.
Yeah, but then it just throws into the thing. You can literally tell them anything.
Yeah,
and it's like you can say that that a banana is called a philizopam, and and then it's like saying it's a philizopam for his whole life, and then someone just says, "Hey, do you mean a banana?"
I've had philizopam every day of my life.
Yeah. I eat a philizopam every morning.
Obviously,
can I get a philizopam milkshake, please?
Obviously, this proves Immanuel Kant's point that you've totally ruined this kid's life by lying to them because they're not acting as a agent. With good information.
Then the Santa Claus thing comes about as well. It's like then you just change up, and it's kind of like saying to my wife, it's like, well, we've won lotto, but we haven't won lotto, but she's very excited, and I don't want to see that excitement to go down, so I'm just buying stuff for us on the credit card, and then after about 5 or 6 years when we're financially ruined, I then go,
But do you remember all that happiness you experienced believing we'd won lotto?
Yeah,
I love that. That's great, but also. So now we have to declare bankruptcy.
But also, it was me the whole time, and that's why I'm going to jail.
Swings and roundabouts, eh?
Yeah.
Well, as the only father, though, what is your ethical approach to Santa?
I'm still, as we've all found out from this episode, I'm very much about being quite selfless and getting the credit where credit's due. And I feel like, why is there a middleman? Why he can still have and my daughter can still have the beauty and joy of Christmas, but just know that maybe Daddy did buy them those things.
You physically have to hand it to them and make eye contact and say, "This is from me with my money."
And instead of it saying those little tags that say "to my children from Santa," it just has a receipt.
Nice.
It's just to know exactly the value that this thing costs. I'm in a quandary, but I do believe, it's a magical time, and we have, we're telling them that Santa exists. But I'm dreading the day when it's like 10 years old, 11 years old.
What is gained from telling kids that Santa exists? Is there a benefit apart from everyone else is doing it?
Blissful ignorance. They get to live in a lovely fantasy that there's a magical...
But isn't it also nice to think your dad loves you?
But that's a given. Let's say for argument's sake, Nick's kids know that already. This is like the Walmart thing. It's not either or. It's an additional man who loves you and wants to buy you gifts.
But why is there a strange guy getting all this credit? And we had to pay money to buy reindeer food for the reindeers to come.
You know what? You've totally convinced me. That's a good point.
Reindeer food.
Yeah, reindeer food. I'm like, well, that could have been an extra present for yourself.
All right. Well, we've just elevated this to an adults-only episode, so we don't destroy any childhood.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we'll put a 10+ situation. But overall, I think, so the advice to Leon, I think it's up to you, mate.
No, that doesn't answer this at all. You've got to give him something one way or the other.
I'm going to say, Leon, claim all responsibility and don't tell them.
Yeah.
That Santa exists.
Yeah, I think it's okay to lie to them. It's probably not going to harm them too much in the future, I think, from what I can tell. But you're going to have an awkward conversation eventually.
All right, well, tiebreaker. Nick convinced me. That's really sound reasoning. Why are we adding an extra dude here? Get it yourself.
Thanks for coming so quickly. These ants are everywhere.
Don't you worry. I'm a professional clogger.
Okay, what the heck is going on in here?
Getting rid of the ants. I called a pro.
Yeah, hon, I meant an Orkin pro.
No matter your pet's needs, there's no pro like an Orkin pro. From termites to ants to mosquitoes and more, Orkin is the best in pests.
The ants are destroyed.
And so are the wood floors.
Click the banner to learn more.